Hello, garden friends. Welcome to my Sunday morning backyard garden tour. It just got done raining, so I thought this would be the perfect time to show you my garden. I'm going to start the garden tour right here. I call this my center iron plant stand. This is like the center of my garden, my favorite part of all. And inside the pots, I'm growing vinca, but I'll be very honest with you, after today's garden tour, I think I might be cutting those back and replacing them with spring bulbs. Inside these hanging pots are my beautiful creeping Jenny and trailing vinca minor. I used to have wave petunias growing inside the baskets, but as the weather cools down, the petunias didn't do so well. But it doesn't matter because I feel the trailing green foliage is so beautiful. And up there on top of the chicken coop is my beautiful cat Cookie. And if you've been watching my videos, then you also know I got a brand new kitten named Angel. Angel and my dog Abby are best friends. It looks like they might be playing rough, but he absolutely loves it. And actually, Angel is the one who attacks my dog. It is so cute. I recently freshened up this tub with some fall veggies. I have Brussels sprouts growing in the center with cabbage on each end. Some snapdragons in the back, and some freesias that popped up. I'm not sure if those are going to bloom in wintertime, but nevertheless, they popped up. This is my scarecrow garden. That's Freya the farmer. She got a new hat with her best friends Lottie the lamb and Petunia the pig. And I got those sunflower stakes at the dollar store, and they've been holding up really well. My granddaughter painted that door with all the hands on it, and I am going to put another door behind Freya. Somebody suggested that I should put a barn door back there. That's a really cute idea. Maybe I'll remove both of those doors and put a big barn door, and then I can put those doors somewhere else in my garden, because I do have 17 doors in my garden after all. And this is my cottage garden. There's not too much going on right now because of the weather. In the springtime, flowers do sprout and grow. But for now, I have some stacked pots with some marigolds on the top and some little violas on the bottom pot. And a beautiful Martha Washington geranium that I absolutely love. And over here, this is the new addition to my garden. This is my bridge garden. I created this by digging out a trench, throwing in some stones and some blue glass rock, and it's a little bridge garden. And if you notice, there's a mirror right there. I call that my mirror trick. It just gives the illusion that the creek is going a lot farther than it really does. See? That's right below my kitchen window. And down below, I'm growing some lemon coral sedum. I'm hoping those will spread out nicely and just make a nice contrast of the chartreuse green and the blue rock. I have some Canterbury bells that I'm growing in this pot down here. And on this trellis, I have a Clematis armandii snowdrift. I expect this to bloom in the spring. I just planted it a few months ago, and I just hope it just goes all the way across the patio roof, just to add some foliage and greenery. And I'm told they have a really nice fragrance as well, so I'm super excited about that to bloom in the spring. And down there is my narrow space vegetable garden. It's a way for me to make use of the small property I have and grow something. I just try to grow something in every bit of area that I have. This is 3 feet 4 inches wide. I have a chili pepper, lunchbox orange pepper, and my Okra is kind of done, but I'm letting it go to seed so I can share those and grow more for next year. But this is also an area where I do a lot of composting. I just call it my narrow space vegetable garden. And this is my other vintage bathtub. I'm growing a lantana in this, and it's spreading out nicely. And behind that, I have 2 chili peppers, and they're producing a ton of chilies. And if you'll notice, if you've been watching my videos, my beautiful chartreuse green sweet potato vine is gone. That thing was so long, I thought it was going to come in the house, but it was time to cut it back, and that's okay because now you can see the feet of my bathtub and also my cute little sign that says, "Feel free to talk to the plants, they understand." And yes, my beautiful Elizabeth Angus bougainvillea is blooming again. This thing is blooming so fast that the old bracts haven't even had a chance to fall off yet. It must be making one last hurrah before the winter. Kind of like saying, hey, this is our last time. Let's make it a good show. I couldn't be more pleased. I think it's beautiful. And again, just like the clematis that I want to train across, same thing with the bougainvillea. I wanted to grow all the way across my patio roof. Now I'm going to walk you to the back. Inside the center veggie box, my nasturtium are coming back. They love this cooler weather and they just come back from seed. And growing up the arbor is a morning glory. And on that other side is a grapevine. I still have all these volunteer sunflowers left. I know they're kind of looking a little straggly, but I leave them there for the birds, and there's still a few flowers left. So I'm just thinking about the bees. You know, when things are scarce this time of year, I just try to leave them as much food as possible. In this veggie box, I keep a lot of debris in there. Those are bracts from the bougainvillea because I'm starting to take care of the soil now. So you will see a lot of debris and leaves and all kinds of things I just cover the soil. It's like a blanket. I put it to bed. There's a hollyhock. It's so ready to bloom for spring. Behind that is one of those copias, a firecrack bush, and some kale. And inside this tire, yes, I'm getting rid of all my tires. I think I'm going to put some pretty ceramic pots or whiskey barrels. I'm not sure, but the tires will be gone soon. But anyway, inside there I have a beautiful Silver Falls dichondra. I absolutely love it, with a lily turf, a little miniature rose growing in this tire, with another kale in the corner, some salvia, and my beautiful gilded sun yellow rose. And this is my little children's fairy garden. You won't see any decorations right now because, well, they haven't been over. But I normally give them Dollar Tree toys and they get to decorate it any way they like. Once the vinca's gone, there will be more dirt area for them to place their little fun items. Cute little chair I bought at an antique shop. It actually has a heart on the back, but there's a little pot in there kind of covering it with a little oxalis, I guess that's how you pronounce it, and a little cactus, a bottle tree, and a Mahonia soft caress behind it. But yeah, after this week's garden tour, I think the vinca and the impatiens are kind of done. This is a beautiful ascot rainbow euphorbia. I think the foliage is just so interesting and beautiful. Another way to add color to the garden without flowers. And I call this area my water fountain garden. And it's actually running. It's solar. And usually when I do these garden tours, the sun's not out. So it doesn't work. It must have gotten charged really good or something because it's actually running right now, even though this is a foggy day. Below it, I have some more. These are variegated lily turf with some vinca. And behind the water fountain, I have another Mahonia soft caress with some white cyclamen. And up the arbor are two different colored clematises. But they didn't do so well this year. You know, that's how it goes. Every year it's always different. And oh my goodness, I almost forgot to show you. In the center is my succulent propagation station, just a fun area where I experiment with succulents and regrow them from little pieces and cuttings and leaves. And the birdhouses on top I got at the thrift store, and I just found some new birds as well. Just kind of tucked them in there to give it a little pop of color and interest. My favorite succulents are the string of pearls and the string of pickles. And a lot of people don't know this, but they actually make flowers. And as the weather changes, so do the little pickles. They turn purple and shades of green, and I think they just add so much interest to the garden. The flowers aren't opened up right now, but you can see they were yellow. And over here is my little sitting area. The reason why I chose black chairs and I don't have cushions on them is because I didn't really want those to be a focal point. I just wanted to create a little sitting area that didn't obstruct the view from what's behind it. I have a Japanese maple tree, and then I have a shepherd's hook with a couple bird feeders. And I just sit there with my tea and I just relax and enjoy myself. And if you notice behind me, I have a couple bottle trees, just a fun and funky, creative way to add more color to my garden since I crave color so much. They're both made up of bottles and vases. All I did was hammer rebar into the ground at different lengths. You can kind of hammer it further to make one shorter or cut them. And then I just stuck bottles and vases right on top of the rebar. Very simple and easy. And speaking of garden decor, let me show you my happy place. I call this area in my garden my happy place. It's also where I feed my cats. The reason why I feed my cats on top of the table is so Abby can't eat the cat food. Growing inside the sink is my beautiful maidenhair fern. I cut that back every couple years and it comes back looking absolutely beautiful. Some bottles across the fence, and I also collect water cans that I pick up at the thrift store. I paint little words on shovels, license plates, an old window, and signs that I paint. Milk jugs and a wheel. Life began in a garden. But my favorite one is, besides Jesus saves, of course, is don't worry, be happy. I absolutely love that. And over here I have a little shelf where I'm growing some succulents. I picked up all those little containers at the thrift store, and even if they don't have drainage holes, I drill them in myself, and then I plant little succulents. And in case you're wondering who this black and white cat is, well, this is not mine. This cat is actually my neighbor's. My neighbors who moved away and left him abandoned. Can you believe somebody would do that? They moved away and just left him. They didn't even take him with them. His name is Peanut, and he always hangs out in my garden. So I think they knew that if they left him, I would take care of him, which I am. He's a fat cat, huh? And he gets along with Abby and my other cats. But my son actually said he would like to take him. So Peanut's gonna have his own home and be spoiled. Yeah, I just can't believe they left him back. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today in my garden. And I hope you have a beautiful day in your garden too. Thanks for watching.